Two titans in life insurance, one big question: which one truly secures your future? On the left, Northwestern Mutual, a name known for stability and strength. And on the right, New York Life, famous for its legacy and trust. Let's skip the jargon and dig into what matters most to you. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll know exactly which provider stands above the rest. The winner may surprise you. Okay, let's break down everything we're gonna compare today. We're talking about financial strength, product range, dividend performance, growth and cash value, service and satisfaction, and of course, digital and tech experience. It's a lot, but don't worry, we'll keep it simple and fun. Check out this mind map on screen to see the journey we're about to go on. First up, financial strength. Northwestern Mutual is literally the biggest mutual life insurer in the US, and their financial ratings are almost annoyingly consistent, like top tier across the board. They do have a pretty stable, though maybe a bit less diverse, investment portfolio compared to some. Now, New York Life is not far behind, they're the second largest. Those ratings right up there too, and they've even got AAA from Fitch. If I'm being honest, both of these guys are basically Fort Knox. NY Life had some big claims payouts recently, which might put a little dent in their short-term numbers, but nothing major. So this one's a total tie. Next, product range. Northwestern Mutual is pretty famous for its whole life policies. Seriously, if you ask someone in the industry, it's kind of their thing. Lots of strong add-ons for things like long-term care and disability income too. The catch: they're mostly about permanent insurance. Now, New York Life, talk about variety. They've got term, whole, universal, variable, you name it, they probably offer it. Tons of ways to customize, which is awesome, but it does mean things can get a little overwhelming, especially if you're new to all this. But still, both bring so much to the table, it's hard to pick a winner. So, another tie. Alright, now let's talk dividends, and this is where things start heating up. Northwestern Mutual is actually projected to pay out the highest dividend in the industry in 2025, like more than $7 billion. Plus, they've never missed a dividend payment since the 1870s. The only thing, sometimes their individual policy rates get edged out by competitors, but in terms of sheer total payouts, they're kind of unbeatable. New York Life, super reliable here too. They've been doing dividends since the 1850s, and their 2025 rate is looking competitive at around 6%. But the total payout is still smaller when you stack it up against Northwestern. So yeah, this one swings in Northwestern Mutual's favor. Oh, and here's something cool that you might not know. Unlike stock insurance companies, mutual insurers like these guys actually pay their profits back to you, the policyholder, through dividends. No shareholders to worry about, it's all for you. Let's move on to growth and cash value. Northwestern Mutual is kind of famous for how aggressively your cash value can build, especially in their whole life options. They've got internal costs figured out in a way that really favors long-term growth. The only hitch, if you end up taking a policy loan, that interest rate is just a little higher than most. Then there's New York Life, which also builds solid long-term value, and their conversion flexibility is a definite plus. But since some of their policies have variable cash value growth, things can be a bit less predictable. Bottom line, Northwestern Mutual wins here too, because if cash value is what you care about, they're tough to beat. Now, service and satisfaction. Northwestern Mutual is everywhere, huge agent network, lots of folks stick with them for years. But I've gotta say, some of their online reviews mention delays in claims processing. Nothing dramatic, but it pops up enough to notice. On the flip side, New York Life has been absolutely killing it in J.D. Power's satisfaction ratings this year, and their whole digital claims process is a lot snappier. The only caveat, depending on where you live, finding an agent can either be super easy or a little tricky. But because of that extra polish, New York Life actually takes this round. Let's wrap up with digital and tech experience. Northwestern Mutual, good news, they really upped their app game this year. But honestly, they're still playing catch-up with the other big players when it comes to slick tech. Meanwhile, New York Life just rolled out a big app and portal update this year, and it's smooth, like e-signature is quick, quotes are faster, all that. There are a few little hiccups tying together their older systems, but honestly, they've put themselves ahead. New York Life snags another win. So let's take a quick look at how these two stack up visually. Here's a chart showing exactly where Northwestern Mutual and New York Life excel and where there's a little bit of give and take. Helps put all those pros and cons into perspective, right? Alright, so here's my honest take. If your biggest priority is getting the most out of your whole life insurance with the biggest dividends and the best long-term policy growth, then Northwestern Mutual is hands down your go-to. But if you want a super flexible product suite, top-notch customer service, and a smoother digital experience, New York Life just might win you over. Both are great, it really comes down to what you care about most. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next comparison.